So with the stock market currently pulling back, here's what you need to know. For the NASDAQ, I am still looking for that pullback to 495 and also down to 450. Now for the S&P 500, so right now we're currently topping out at 665, which is a level that I gave you guys about 2 weeks ago. With that said, I'm overall looking for a pullback down to 574 and a pullback to 532, which means from current price, we would see a decline of 19% in the S&P 500. Go ahead and jump back over to the NASDAQ triple Q. So if this is not our current top for the NASDAQ, then I want you guys to look for a additional 3% run to 616, which I do believe is going to mark a top in the markets. So if you're currently holding overbought tech stocks, now is the time to decide what you're going to do and how you're going to move forward in these overbought conditions. Remember, the aim is to buy low and to sell high, and right now we're high, very high. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I told you guys if Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, could stay above 373, then look for a run to 415, and if the buyers can push the stock above 415, then look for a run to 443. Take a listen. Tesla stock can stay above support at 373, then I want you guys to look for a 4% continuation to 415. And if the bulls can push the stock above 415, then look for a run to 443. And from current price, we're looking at a return of over 12%. So as we go ahead and take a look at the current chart, you guys can see that my analysis was 100% accurate. Also, about 2 weeks ago, I gave you guys my analysis on ticker symbol HOOD, Robinhood, which was also 100% accurate. And I said if the stock could stay above 115, then look for a run to 124. Take a listen. Now to the upside, if Robinhood can stay above current support at 115, then I want you guys to look for a 5% continuation to 124. Now let's go ahead and take a listen to what the experts are saying after yesterday's comment from Jerome Powell, stating that stocks were fairly highly valued. Take a listen.
But you're right, it by many measures, for example, equity prices are fairly highly valued.
That was Fed Chair Jay Powell at a local Chamber of Commerce event near Providence, Rhode Island yesterday. Joining us right now to talk about it is Anastasia Amoroso. She is Chief Investment Strategist of Private Wealth at Partners Group. And Anastasia, if you look at what was happening here, markets did pull back, but you're talking about the major indexes being at all-time highs before that. I don't know if there's too much that we should read into it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think Fed Chair Powell was stating the obvious, which is, yes, we do have somewhat stretched valuations. And yes, the markets did rally 47% in the case of the NASDAQ since the April lows. I think most people know that. Most people also know that he's most focused now on the labor market. And what I found actually quite supportive is that he once again referred us back to the market pricing. And the market's pricing is looking for an additional 2 rate cuts into the end of the year. So I would say that's the most constructive narrative that really should support the market. Now, having said that, near term, are we a little bit stretched? Are we a little bit over our skis? Yes, probably so. And I would suspect something near term does cause a bump in the road. Maybe it's more, a weaker than expected labor report. Maybe it's the fact that the bar is actually set quite high for the earnings season. So probably we hit some sort of a, bump in the road, but I still think the direction of travel is higher for the market.
Yeah, it did remind me a little bit of irrational exuberance, but the markets continued to climb for a long time after that irrational exuberance comment. I guess one question is the strength of the AI trade.
Yeah.
You think it's alive and well?
I do think so. Absolutely. I mean, look, we've certainly invested a lot in artificial intelligence over the last few years, but I do think it is still early innings. And I say this for a couple of reasons. First of all, the AI CapEx, I think what's really telling is that it's not only the hyperscalers, the US ones, that are embarking on this massive AI CapEx, but it's also OpenAI that's also now building AI data centers. It's also the Baba news that we got this morning. That's the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say, if you look at the overall total addressable market for AI, it is about $450 billion today, but it is expected to double in the next few years.
Let's now go ahead and take a look at some important levels to watch on ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla, and Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. Let's go ahead and begin with ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla. So despite today's market pullback, Tesla stock was up over 3% and is currently running into resistance at 443. Now, if the stock failed to get above this level, then I want you guys to look for a 4% pullback to 424. And if 424 failed to hold as support, then look for a further pullback down to 402. Should 402 fail to hold as support, then we're looking at a pullback down to 373. And from current price, we're looking at a decline of 15%. Let's take a look at the upside. So if Tesla stock can get above 443, then I want you guys to look for a 5% run to 468. And if the buyers can push a stock strongly above 468, then I want you guys to look for a run to my price target at 494. Let's now go ahead and take a look at Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. So currently Amazon has fallen below support at 223. If the stock cannot recover and get back above this level, then I want you guys to look for a pullback down to 217. And if 217 failed to hold as support, then look for a pullback to 214. Now below 214, my next price target to the downside is going to be at 208. And from current price, we're looking at a decline of 5%. Now to the upside, if Amazon stock can get back above 223, then I want you guys to look for a run to 232. And if the stock can break above 232, then look for a run to 238. Above 238, the bull's next target is going to be at 242. And from current price, we're looking at a return of over 9%. With that said, my overall target for Amazon remains at 257. And from current price, we're looking at a return of over 16%. Alright guys, if you liked today's video, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, and let's get this video out to more viewers. Also, if you're currently watching and you're not yet subscribed, do consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.